back to Vola TV. It's Friday the 21st of January. I'm Barry Wright, Deputy Head at Vale Leven Academy, and I'm joined by one of my Deputy Head colleagues, Matt Hooper. How are you, Matt?
I'm good, Barry. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you. So, really short episode today. We just want to talk to you a wee bit about options. It's going to be a significant thing in the coming weeks for a lot of our students. And Matt, can you give us a wee bit of background, please?
Yeah, so round about this time each year, we start to think about what we're going to be doing come the new academic session. So this gives us a wee bit of time to make sure that we can get the timetable organised and make sure we can get everybody into classes for next year. So really, since we get back after Christmas, tutor classes have been talking about the options process. So the young people should be well aware of what's around the corner for them, and they should be starting to think about what they're wanting to do next year. Obviously, before we finalise these, every young person will be issued with a report card. So that will give parents more information and help those conversations at home when you're advising and supporting your children to make these choices.
Great, okay. And next week, everyone in S2 moving into S3, S3 moving into S4, and S4s and 5s who are moving forward in the senior phase, they're going to get letters in tutor class, and those letters will have a link URL on them, and they'll also have a unique username and password. So type the URL into a web browser, put in the username and password, and then you'll be directed to make your own individual choices there. So really straightforward process, something that the kids can take home and look at with their family. One thing I would say is the letter, because of the software company, the letter say, all of the letters say S3 on it, and it means section 3. I know it means something different in Scottish schools with S3, but if you see that, don't panic. It's not a mistake. It's just the software company puts this S3 at the front of this particular letter. But talking to those year groups, how many choices do each of those year groups make, Mr. Hooper?
So our S2s, obviously, they're doing a broad general education just now. They cover all the subjects. They're going to be choosing 6 subjects to complement their maths and English, so 8 subjects in total, and they'll choose 1 subject from each curricular area, and there'll be 1 additional choice as well. So if they want to do a second science, a second modern language, a second expressive art, there's still the option for them to do that. Third years, they've already been through this process last year. They've chosen their 8 courses that they've begun, and what they'll be doing is they'll be choosing 1 subject that they're not going to continue with. So they'll continue with 7 of the 8 that they're doing just now. And obviously S4s and S5s, as they move into senior phase, they'll be able to choose 5 subjects for next year. But it's interesting how we're doing it this year, isn't it? We're doing it slightly differently. Can you maybe tell us a bit more about that, Barry?
Yeah, so we're going to start off with a dry run. That's going to happen very soon, as I say, over the next week or so. And the dry run basically lets students pick what they want. What we'll then do is we'll collate all of that information. Matt and I will sit, and on the basis of that information, we'll create a column structure. And what that means is we can make sure that classes are more viable. If we know what young people are going to pick in advance, then we're not operating blindly, creating a column structure. And it means that when young people are picking their subjects, there's a far greater chance that they'll end up with what they pick when it comes to the final choice in a few weeks' time. So a wee bit different this year, but hopefully a little bit more structured, and there'll be fewer loose ends there, and it'll give young people the chance to do what they want to study, which really, Matt, is what we're all looking for, isn't it?
Absolutely. We want the young people to be sitting in classes that they want to be in, because, you know, if they're excited about being there and they're wanting to be there, that's when the best learning is going to take place. But that's really good what we're doing this year, because what it will do is it will still give the young people that open choice. So we're not restricting them too early on. And what we'll do is we will then create the column structure around what the young people are telling us. It will mean for some young people that they may have to make a different choice in 1 column, but certainly it will take away a lot of the uncertainty towards the end of the year, and young people will know very quickly what it is that they're going to be doing. So a wee bit different this year, but very interesting to see how this works.
Absolutely, yeah. And we really hope that at home, you're sitting around the kitchen table, you're talking to your kids about these things. If you've got any questions, you know where we are. Phone the school, ask for the principal teacher of pastoral care, and we'll all try and pull together and help you and make sure this is as nice a process and as useful a process as it can possibly be. So that's all we've got time for today. Thank you very much for joining us today, Matt. And we'll hopefully see you again soon. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.